Lisa, to be clear, Vice President Kamala Harris has not indicated she would even want to run for governor and has not yet said what her plans are moving forward. Her campaign has not weighed in on this poll either. But this new Berkeley Institute of Governmental Studies poll shows she would have an advantage if she jumped into the 2026 race. That poll shows 46% of voters are either very likely or somewhat likely to support her versus the 42% who say they likely would not. 12% are undecided. Now, there is a wide field of people that are either already running or considering a run for California governor, and voters were asked separately from the Harris question who on this list they would pick. So the poll shows 13% of voters would go with Democratic Representative Katie Porter, 12% for Republican Riverside Sheriff Chad Bianco, 11% for State Senator Brian Dahle, and 7% each for Lieutenant Governor Eleni Kounalakis, former LA Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa, and Javier Becerra. Now, we caught up with Democratic strategist Steve Maviglio and Republican strategist Matt Shupe about this poll and Harris's advantage.
I mean, the poll was taken while she was still running for president. So, Democrats were in euphoria about Kamala Harris then. Right now, we're in the hangover stage, so the results might be a little bit different. Clearly, she'd be able to clear the field. She has a national fundraising prowess. She's beloved by Californians right now. She knows how to run a campaign. She knows how to run against a Republican Trump campaign, which is what 2026 is going to be all about. She did well enough in California that I don't think any other Democrat would want to challenge her, quite frankly.
I mean, this seems like the clear sign of the third stage of grief after a loss. The first being denial, then anger. This one is the bargaining phase. They've been talking about making her president, for a month and that Biden should step down. They've talked about appointing her to the Supreme Court. Now they're talking about making her governor of California. This is a clear sign of the bargaining stage of grief. What the Democratic Party needs to do is stop handing out participation trophies. I think the Democratic Party needs to move on. I say that as a political consultant. As a Republican, I would be thrilled if she were to run for governor of California, because I think that she would lose and usher in, a Republican governor for the first time in over a decade.
Now, Harris years ago opened up a state campaign account for the 2026 governor's race, but records show she closed that account in 2018. And if you're asking yourself, why on earth are we already talking about 2026? Experts we talked to say California is poll obsessed and acknowledged all of the numbers and names here can change at any point between now and the election.